Hi, Internet. Welcome to the Troyan YouTube channel. It's Thin Lizzy Thursday, and we've got Cloud hanging out here with us, looking at very excited things out the window, probably just busy judging all the other cats, saying, I'm cooler than you. They're all cool, Cloud. There's room for everybody to be cool. But anyway, this is Thin Lizzy Thursday. We're doing a random song. I have no idea what Thin Lizzy song we're doing. Yeah, it's a surprise. I have no idea what we're doing. That's the fun. You know this before I do. So you know what song we're doing. You're going to be like, oh man, he's going to love this one. Or, oh man, he's going to think this one sucks. Or, oh man, he's going to think this one is just okay. As far as random music, once again, mixing it up. Let's do something different. So, it's been a while since I've been listening to Ray Charles, so we're going to do the mess around. Going to go old school. Going to do the mess around while we figure out what Thin Lizzy song we're listening to this week.
Barbecue, the band was jumping, the people too. Mess around, they're doing the mess around, they're doing the mess around, everybody doing the mess around. Everybody was juice, you can bet your soul. They did the boogie woogie with a steady roll. They mess around, they're doing the mess around. They're doing the mess around. Everybody doing the mess around. Now, when I say stop.
All right, thank you, Ray, for providing us all these great tunes for all these years. Rest in peace to one of the greats. But, yeah, oh, shoot, I don't even have the thumbnail ready. Silly me. I was so ready.
I told you to move a peg. When I say go, just shake your leg and do the mess around. I declare, do the mess around. Yeah, do the mess around. Everybody's doing the mess around. Now let me have it there, boy.
Okay, there we go. Now we're ready. So we're doing Girls by Phil Lynott off Solo in Soho. Gonna be honest, this is not one of the standout tracks for me on the album. It's not constantly in rotation, but I do enjoy it whenever I do get to it on the album, so let's dive into it. Let's see if putting it under the microscope makes me like it more, or if it still, ranks more in the middle for me. So let's check it out.
Won't you send a letter on to say I'm living on my own? Girl, I need someone to love. I need someone. Girl, it's true. I've been telling you all these lies, and I can't understand it. Why I've been telling you all these lies. If you know it's a fact, then you know I want you back. Girl.
Okay, so I'm remembering this one. So I think it's, from what I remember about this one, it's more like the sum of the parts don't like. There's a lot of good individual elements here, but I don't know if it adds up to a song that I love necessarily. Where I love the keyboard tone. I think the melody is pretty strong. Lyrically, it's solid. It's not like one of Phil's best, but it's not like a clunker either. But it doesn't necessarily have like the big hook that really grabs me into the song, which I think is a bit of a weakness of it for me. I'm also like the feedback during that one part was a little bit awkward. So I think it's just like it lands in this spot of just being like good, but not like top tier for the catalog. So it's pleasant in the context of the album. It's pleasant when it shows up on shuffle, but it's also not necessarily a song I seek out. And so like the big highlights for me are definitely the keyboard tone and the melody. The melody is pleasant, but it's sort of lacking the big hook.
Someone is true. I need you, girl. It's true for me. There's you, girl. Got class. I need her fast, girl. She's been telling me all these lies, and I can't understand it. She's been telling me all these lies. That girl don't love me no more. Oh, girl.
I had to write this letter to tell you why I came to meet him. He was sweet, and I loved him. Now each time we meet, I can't seem to forget him. I feel so depressed.
Lost love of Romeo. Casanova has finally lost out in love. I am jealous of his past.
So the spoken word section was actually pretty cool because it's a good callback to both Dear Miss Lonely Heart at the start of the album and also like Romeo and the Lonely Girl and other songs that Romeo has appeared in by Phil. So that's actually a really cool section there, and then gives it like this almost like theatrical musical theater kind of vibe, but also like where it's really taken me to is the Kinks soap opera album. It's really given me soap opera vibes, and that is my favorite Kinks album. So did this just raise some points in my book? Maybe.
Oh, won't you send a letter home? Say I'm living on my own. I need someone to love. I need someone to love. With class that's fast, don't move slow. Oh no, not alone. Oh no. For me, I've been telling you all these lies, and I can't understand it. I've been telling you all these lies. I must have been crazy, girl. Oh, girl.
My dream. Any sadness, sorrow, or gloom, your love it fills the air with the scent of the sweetest perfume. You feel so good, you just don't care. I lay awake nights crying because my dream may not come true. You see, I love you. Please, this is my one and only dream.
And that was once again more cool callback lyrics. What is that? Old Flame or Sweet Marie? What Lizzy song was that? God, Little Girl in Bloom. Oh, duh, obviously. With the scent of the sweetest sweet perfume. That's a callback to Little Girl in Bloom. For some reason, I was thinking Old Flame or Sweet Marie. But yeah, no, so that's another great callback. So this song does have cool, like, little Easter eggs in it, which is really, really fun. So, but I almost feel like it's more fun for the Easter eggs and like the little lyrical pieces you can pull out than for the musicality of the song itself. Like it's more held up by individual components than like the reaction of the piece as like a casual listener, which I get. I get the wanting to appeal to both. And I think this is more like the fun Easter egg song than just a song you can play for any random person and have them appreciate. And something I sort of learned as an artist, and it's something I still sort of struggle with, which is understanding how your art can come off to people, where I think the best art is art that like any normal person can consume and understand. And then anyone who's like a big appreciator of the artist or of art in general can dig layers underneath and love so much more. And I think, the ability to do both at the same time is very tricky. And you can find stuff that only appeals to like the niche diehards, and you can find stuff that only appeals to the broad masses. But when you hit that like sweet spot in the middle where it's accessible but also deep, I think that's where you get like a lot of masterpieces, like the Lord of the Rings novels, or Taylor Swift songs. I think there's a way to do both, where like you can get a normie to like immediately grasp it, but then the people who dig and dive deeper can find a lot to appreciate. I think this song, unfortunately, only works on the level of people who like want to dive deeper. And it's not just like a song that like normies can be like, yeah, I dig that right away. And there are a lot of people who like that. There are a lot of people who, really like stuff that normies can't appreciate, and they like wear that as like a badge of honor, just like, the normal people, they don't understand this because they're not as sophisticated as I am. But I think, in my personal opinion, I think art that does both, I tend to prefer. And that's not to say that I always succeeded with that. I failed with that many times, where I thought I was making stuff that normies could understand and could, niche people could appreciate. And I've had like the reverse on both, where like I've had songs where like the normies love them and the diehard fans of the band like didn't vibe with it at all. And then I had like the super niche songs that like the diehards loved, and then just like wet like a wet blanket with like normal people. And so it's hard to do. So like with me, critiquing the song, it's not saying anything negative about Phil as a songwriter, because I think he's brilliant, and I think he often does hit that sweet spot between normies and diehards. But I think this is a song for the diehards, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's a cool tune.
Moves fast, she's got class, she loves laughs. She's not slow, she won't go, she won't leave you alone. Don't leave me alone.
All right, and on the side, we've got David Johansen. Is this a cover of Girls? Is this the same song? I'm curious. Nope. I figured it wouldn't be, but it was suggested. It was suggested. Okay, now comes the part, where do we rank this? This is actually kind of tricky, because I think it's pleasant, and it's not like it's not devoid of catchiness. It is catchy. It's just like it's not on par with like some of the catchiest songs in the catalog. And lyrically, it has those fun Easter eggs, but it's not as interesting as like Someday She Is Gonna Hit Back or Angel of Death. Like, it's nowhere close. So like, where do we put Girls? It's like, I'll put it above. It's gonna be at least B rank. So, all right, Trouble Boys. Do I like it better than Trouble Boys? What we just did last week. I do. I do like it better than Trouble Boys. I don't know if I like it better than Rockula. So, all right. Yeah, there we go. I think it's a solid B rank tune. We just had two solid B rank tunes in a row. I'm curious if you agree with me. Probably don't. But, that's what the comments are for. So let me know what you think of the song in the comments below. Do you agree? Do you think this is a song that is for, like, the diehards? Or do you think, like, this is a song that normies can appreciate? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.